We learned in complex and challenging crises and conflicts like Rwanda and Bosnia that the question was not only to stop the war, stop the violence, but it was also to build up the state and the institutions again. So we needed more than peacekeeping, and we needed more than military crisis management.
In the past, military was seen the key to peacekeeping and actually the tool to all problems. In reality, this didn't work.
Comprehensive thinking or comprehensive strategy were actually more formalized on paper with the terms comprehensive approach in the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1244 for Kosovo, where actually all elements, military, civilian, civil administration as an interim administration, judicial, policing, refugees, economic development were put on one paper and one resolution for the implementation.
Experiences from modern conflicts have demonstrated a need to reform the international community's response. Resources to address complex challenges already exist, but have often been separated into civilian and military silos. A comprehensive approach to crisis management breaks down these walls.
Comprehensiveness means to act together. Together involves all the crisis management actors and also member states or, let's say, nations' capabilities and capacities. If we want to mitigate security risks and threats, we need a solid decision-making process and really good situation awareness.
We had a lot of exchange of information and cooperation, coordination, so it was not like typical basic police work.
There are also humanitarian agencies. Sometimes some of the humanitarian agencies would contact us and call for our presence when they are going to distribute aid in volatile security environment, for instance, in a community that has been often shelled. The hope is that visible presence of several international agencies and actors would enhance the overall security situation for the beneficiaries as well as aid workers themselves.
Thinking back the times that we didn't have a comprehensive approach, I must say that it would have helped a lot. We could have avoided a lot of problems, a lot of conflicts, if we would have been more open, if we would have had more networking with the local authorities and other units. I think this kind of approach is the only possibility when we want to combine our expertise and work together in the field.
To make a difference, a better understanding of modern conflicts and the societies in which they occur is needed. Increasingly global trends can have local impacts.
Well, the situation is such that we have to re-evaluate the idea that the root causes are somehow always local, that they are connected to the demographic, ethnic makeup of a particular local context. We have to take the idea of a root causes and turn the tree upside down and understand that the influences that are coming from outside. Peace operations in this age of uncertainty and unpredictability, of course, they have to take more holistic approach to the situation. More comprehensive factors have to be considered. The cascading effects, the complicated interrelationships need to be considered much more clearly than it used to be. And I suppose security as such is changing into resilience creation in the crisis areas. So how to promote the resilience of those societies and communities is much more key than perhaps used to be in the past.
The current crises and conflicts are so complex and so challenging that we need all we have. Our tools must be more, our instruments must be stronger, our vision has to be shared, our action has to be common so that we can indeed respond to the crises with crisis management. Nowadays, with a good reason, we could ask, is the crisis management really managing the crisis, or do we need something more?